Hi, it's Robert Tube. Today on Whaler Hunter, it's that time again. It's brand new map time. We're taking our first look at Lintukoto Reserve today. We're going to go on our first hunt. I've been checking out some of the areas already, trying to find some nice animals. We're going to go over the whole details of what is in store with this update. So, Lintukoto Reserve is based on a Scandinavian area. No specific area, but just basically based on Scandinavia. Its size is 64 square kilometers and it features the following animals. So we've got new animals exclusive to this DLC. So in total there's 19 species, so there's a lot to hunt. So let's go over them. So new, we've got Arctic fox, might be hunting them today. Brown bear, Eurasian badger, new Eurasian moose, new Eurasian wolverine, can't wait to hunt them. European hare, European rabbit, fallow deer, grey wolf, grey-leg goose, mouflon. We've got new mountain reindeer, new northern lynx. That might be one of the animals I hunt first as well. Pheasant. We've got red deer, red fox, roe deer, wild boar, and wild duck. So that's the species lineup. 19 of them, so it's plenty to hunt at Lintukoto. Now the DLC will release on August the 2nd at 3 PM CST following a free update, version 1.26 at 1 PM CST for all players who own the base game. Only players who buy Lintukoto Reserve DLC will receive the following special bonus content. So let's go over that while we go inside this new lodge. It's called, there you go. Let's go over this content. You've got the Remington 700 CDL 3006 Springfield, alternate outfit for Mikhail, Lintukoto's main playable character. I've got him on now. New off-road vehicle variant, the companion. The Wispy shotgun, which is a bonus rifle for completing the story of Lintukoto Reserve. Be careful as the story has multiple endings. Only those who make the morally right choices will get this special treat. Choose wisely and don't worry, the game will provide a disclaimer before you make the final decision. Now, additions in the free update available to all players include the ammo change feature. So you can read about it in the link I'll give in the video description, but we're going to take a look at it right now. So this is a Remington 700 CDL. This is a new rifle. Let's take a look at these new ammo changes. It's unreal. Now I'm going to cycle through all these ammos so you can just see some of the differences and see what I'm talking about. Basically, you can put on 3 different types and just choose whichever you want to use. Basically, you can see this muzzle energy, muzzle velocity, weight, and they all have different things. But one of the special things they've added now is with the hunting tier, you can have one gun and change the ammo and maybe go from like a tier 2 to a tier 3, or, you know what I mean, up or down a level based on that ammo. So that saves you having to carry an extra gun, because if you've got a weapon that can take a lower level or a higher level, and then you spot something and say you've got like a level 5 on, and then you put a level 6 sort of hunting tier bullet in it, it's going to help you out. So it's very useful what they've added, and they've done it for various bullets, shotgun cartridges, which is a big deal. Obviously now you can get birdshot, buckshot, and slugs, so that changes the game for shotguns, which is nice because it was only really just like shoot whatever with one shot. So now you've got the 3 different types. So it is a big update, this is, for ammo, and it is a bit of a game changer, especially with being able to go up a tier or down a tier with the same weapon. So this is going to be quite a long video. I always like to do long videos when I start a new map, new reserve for Whaler Hunter, and we're just going to hunt at. I think we might go for either 2 of the new species or one of them. We're either going to go for Arctic fox or northern lynx. They're the ones I'm most excited to hunt for. Also the wolverines, can't wait to hunt them. I have actually found where some wolverines are, so I know where lynx are, I know where Arctic fox are, and I know where wolverines are. I've done a little recce, but I haven't actually hunted anything yet. I've just been checking out areas, spotting some animals. Spotted a nice 5-star trophy animal. We might get that in the next video. It depends, we'll see how it works out. This is early access, so you may see some bugs or issues and there'll probably be another patch coming soon for any issues to sort what you might see, so don't worry about that. It's normal. It's because you just got early access. We're on an early build, so like I say, you might see some oddities. I'll say that before we start hunting, just in case. From the lay of the land, what I've discovered up here, it's a real mixture. This sort of like swamp area, there's flat areas with lakes, sort of rivers. There's like a difference of biomes all over the map, and like I say, there's like rocky terrain as well. Fields that are open, dense woodland. So there's a lot of mixture of different habitats you can hunt at. So it's going to be interesting to see how it works out for each species. And like I say, I've spotted quite a few species already, so I've got a good idea where we can hunt. And it's always good to do a bit of recce work. But look at this with these shotgun shells. That's going to be totally different. Now we could do with like a waterfowl rework. Get water blinds in there, get decoys in there, get the birds flying in. So it's super fun. And you've got shotgun changes now with the shells, bird shot, buckshot, slug shot. Now, as you can see, it's not just bullets. There is bolts, there is arrows, which you can inspect, see in great detail. The devs have done a lot of work on this ammo update. So show me a bit of love with that. Like I say, it can go unnoticed, but this is a lot of work, and it will add to the gameplay. And it's going to be very useful, add versatility to hunting. Like I say, now you can carry one less gun and use different types of ammo to go up and down a level, which is very useful in certain situations where maybe you've got like a tier 4 animal and then you see a tier 5, things like that. So it means you can take one gun instead of two. So let's just go over the release date again. So it's August the 2nd on all platforms, and there's going to be an update 1.26 coming with that. So let me know what you think. Are you excited about Lintukoto Reserve? Let me know what the most exciting species on that list is you're going to go after first. Like I say, I think lynx, the wolverine, and the Arctic fox are the three I mainly want to hunt and can't wait to hunt. And I'm going to hunt one of those at least in this video. It's going to be a long video, but we are definitely going to hunt one of those new species. I'm looking forward to it. Like I say, I've got a few locations where we can hunt for them, so it's just a case of which one shall we go for. I think I'll use a 223 Scout because that can cover the smaller species, so we'll use that and pick one of those three to go for. I'll decide in a minute which one of that it's going to be. The thing is, when you jump on a new reserve as a content creator, just like a player, you're still a player, and you don't know what anything is, so it's sort of like an extra thing on top of what you're already doing. So you've got to make the content, also make it interesting, but you also like seeing a map for the first time. So it's a bit of a assault on the senses, and you've got to try and keep it all sort of like working as one to make a content for you to watch. But we'll take the Remington 700 CDR with us. That covers tier 5, so we can still shoot moose with that with a well-placed shot. And I think we'll use a 223 Scout as well for the smaller species. So we're going to be going for Arctic fox or the northern lynx with that. So it's a perfect gun for those. So we'll see how we do. Let's get some hunting done, shall we? But be interested to see how this Remington 700 CDL works out. Right, let's get into the action. I know you all want to see it. This trophy lodge is a bit sort of like Nez Valley trophy lodge, bear den inside, similar sort in a way, sort of rustic wood feel. But if you're from Scandinavia, let me know, is this how you'd expect it to look? Is there all these turbines there? When the new map sort of got teased, the first image was of like wind turbines like that, and I said it's Finland. It's Finland. I said it for like 6 months. It's Finland. After I googled wind turbines, Europe, because of how flat it was and everything, I thought it's Europe. Wind turbines, top answer, Finland. But it is Scandinavia, so some of it is Finland, basically. Right, let's take a look at the encyclopedia on what we're going to be hunting today. So the Arctic fox, small fox with a large fluffy tail and rich fur that even covers its footpads, adapted to the extremely low temperatures of the Arctic tundra. It has recently been sighted in the areas to the south, usually inhabited by red fox, so they're where red fox are roughly. Hunting tier 3, so the scout's going to be amazing for it. Recommended hit energy. Life cycle now. Here's the life cycle. We'll probably be going between 9 and 12 o'clock if we're going for Arctic fox. We're going to be either going for Arctic fox or the northern lynx. Right, let's have a look at the animal weights. So, young male, 1 to 2 years old, up to 2.3 kilos in weight. An adult male, up to 6 years old, is 3.2 kilo. And a mature male of up to 9 years old is up to 4 kilos. So, not that big really. Body variations. Males are slightly larger than females. Primary habitat highlands, secondary habitat highland forests and grasslands. Trophy type skull. Trophy ranges are there. So hopefully we find a trophy. If we don't, I don't mind. It's our first Arctic fox hunt or first northern lynx hunt. If we get a trophy one, it's a bonus. Right, next the northern lynx. So these are tier 4. An average sized feline with distinctive dark tufts on its ears, a powerful stealthy predator that relies on short bursts of speed to ambush and catch its prey. So hunting tier 4, there's a recommended hit energy. So like I said, again, the scout is going to be perfect for both Arctic fox and northern lynx. So here's a life cycle. We'll probably be hunting northern lynx between the 9 till 12 period again. Going probably sort of in between that, about 10, 10:30 in the day. So animal weights for the northern lynx. So young male, 2 years old, up to 14 kilos. Adult male of up to 11 years old is up to 19 kilos. And a mature male of up to 15 years old is up to 24 kilos. So quite a lot bigger than the Arctic fox or red fox. So we need to unlock some more info for that. Hopefully we'll get it when we do a bit of hunting for the northern lynx. Right, that's the details for the Arctic fox and the northern lynx covered. Let's get hunting, which I know you all want to see. So let's get on with it, shall we? Right, so we're going to be hunting for our first northern lynx. So I decided on those. I was thinking about the Arctic fox, thinking about northern lynx, and I thought, which would people most want to see out of those two? And I thought, probably the northern lynx. So let's get hunting, shall we? Now we're going to be hunting in this middle area for northern lynx. I found a drinking zone, found a few actually, on the top left hand corner. It's just gone 10 o'clock and they should be drinking over in this location. Now the thing is, how you approach this location is vitally important. I just did a little recce run where I went that way, all the way round. It took me about an hour, right? And there was fallows there, red deer, you name it. There was all, every animal was just like literally waiting on that bend. So I wouldn't go from that left-hand side and curve around like that. I just done that and it didn't really work out. So we're coming from this side and we're going to try walking over this area. Look down, hopefully off, it looks like a bit of a ridge, straight onto the lake. And hopefully some northern lynx are there. That's a plan. You'll see how it goes in a minute. I do like to record these unedited, and if I mess up, I mess up, and if we succeed, we succeed. What I've noticed on this map already is it sort of reminds me of Transylvania in some parts, and then some other maps it reminds me of those. So it's a bit more of a hunter's map, if you know what I mean. You've definitely got to hunt a bit more stealthier. You definitely have to think about your approach to your hunting areas, how you're going to line up your shot. You've got to think about everything in this. And a lot of people like that because it is realistic. You can't just run around. If you're a new player or someone thinking about getting Way the Hunter, it is a brilliant game. I do recommend it. But just be prepared that in playing things like Colour Wild and stuff, you can't just run around in this and think you're just going to bang shots off and just collect animals. It's not like that. This is a realistic game where you've got to take your time, work out what you're hunting for, build up your approach, work out how far away you are. Do you know what I mean? You've got to work it all out, but that adds to the realism and that's why a lot of people like playing Where the Hunter. There's nothing wrong with all the hunting games. I play all the hunting games. I enjoy them all. Don't make it a I've got to play this or I've got to play that. Play them all. Enjoy yourself. Video games are about that. They're for fun. You're supposed to enjoy them. And mix it up. Just mix it up. Sometimes I want super realistic. Sometimes I want casual fun. So there's a game for all of that. And like I say, this is brilliant. And if you're a new player or someone watching this thinking about getting Where the Hunter, just realise that when you're playing it. It is a challenge, but that challenge is brilliant and you feel rewarded. Because you have to do the stealthy approach, you have to sneak through a bush, you might have to rotate around an extra 500 meters just to get that perfect shot without spooking another animal. It's going to spook another animal. It all adds to the gameplay, the experience. Yesterday, for example, I was stalking a 5-star trophy, right? And it was giving me the slip. I was going through bushes, over mounds, stealth walking like as slow as possible for like 20-30 minutes. It was a hunt, and I'll cover this in the next video, but I got all the way so close to just get the shot finally after about 45 minutes of stalking this 5-star trophy animal, and then it ran off. But the hunt to get there was amazing. It was like, do you know what I mean? I was really excited. Everything I did was right, all the way up to the last millisecond. And I'm talking about, I just needed to get in a tower and my foot was on the bottom rung. I just needed to get in and they just bolted off. And I was like, no. I was so gutted, but at the same time, I enjoyed the hunt. Not every hunt's successful, but that's realistic. That's realistic, and that adds to the realism of Where the Hunter. And I really enjoyed it. I did. I was chuckling afterwards, but I wish I'd actually got the animal. We are going to probably hunt that animal, and like I say, I'll tell you when we do the video all about it. But the first hunt for that animal didn't go to plan, so I'll let you know. Let you know that in advance. So let's go with the price of the DLC for the Lintukoto Reserve. It will open its gates on August the 2nd, 2024 and will be available at suggested retail price of €9.99, $9.99. The base game Where the Hunter is required to play. It's going to be available on PC, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S. Right, let's go over the update notes, shall we, for 1.26. These are the patch notes. So you've got ammo change feature, which we covered at the start. The alternative Mikkel's outfit. Companion off-road vehicle, Whisper's shotgun reward for the story mission, Remington model 700 CDL rifle 3006 Springfield, which we checked out at the start of the video. They've tweaked the internal ballistics of slugs to better represent real life performance. They fixed characters' seating position in the Kawasaki Mule. Between the Who's task in MPV being finishable with the Steyr Mannlicher CL2. Warpaint vehicles model slightly slower than other off-roads. A rare instance of blocked progress during the mission Begone Bandito in Matriki Park. So they've fixed those as well. So they're the patch notes I've got up to yet for 1.26. It may change, like I say, this is the early access build and they may add extra things to that by release. I don't know, you have to see, but they're the patch notes I've got in front of me. Right, so we're getting close to the lake. As you can see, that is it, the small pond. And there should, hopefully, fingers crossed, be some northern lynx in that area. Now, last time, as I said, I flanked round left. And when I got there, I couldn't see any northern lynx. I don't know if I'd spooked them. It took me about 45 minutes to do that left flank. And this is definitely a lot easier. Should have a better vantage point as well. They should be on that left-hand corner if they're drinking there. Animals don't always go to the same need zones in the Way of the Hunter, so you just got to hope that they are there or they do turn up. So you just have to keep checking. Let's get the scout out and have a look, because I can see something, and if I'm not mistaken, there's 2 northern lynx there, so we should be in luck. We should get one, hopefully, if Ron doesn't mess this up, which you're going to see shortly. I want to get him about 200 meters. We just got to get a nice vantage point. I think there's more than 2. I thought the lynx would be like a solitary creature. It looks like they can be in groups. There's at least 3 there, from what I can see up to yet, but we've got a few trees in the way. It might not be ideal. We're just going to sneak through this sort of rock sort of formation and just try and get a good look at one of them. I've been wanting to take down one of these northern lynxes as soon as I found out they was on the map. I actually used to go and look at Eurasian lynxes in a sort of like a zoo near me, and it's weird actually because they'd like a lot of them was well renowned for them at this sort of zoo castle, and what happened was a load of people just let them out and they just escaped. So I don't know where they went. They didn't catch them, they were out there in the wild somewhere, but that was years ago. But I did actually go and see them, and there's actually cool creatures. So this 223 Scout should be the absolute perfect weapon for these. We've just got to make sure we nail our shot. Be interesting to see if any ballistics has changed with all the different rounds and stuff. We'll have to experiment more with that in another video. But today we're hunting northern lynx for the first time at Lintukoto, and I must say I'm really excited about it. So we're almost in position. I just want to get a good line of sight off this ridge, and then we'll take a shot with the 223 and hopefully get our first northern lynx. Let me know in the comments if there's anything you want to know, see for Way the Hunter, and I'll try to make that happen, whether it's for Lintukoto Reserve or any other map or any other species. Just let me know what you want to see, or if it's a weapon you want to see me test. If I haven't already tested it, I've done a lot of videos for Way the Hunter already, so check those out. I've been playing it since early access, since it first come out, and I do love it. I do play it quite a lot. So here we go, our first northern lynx. It's a 223, and I think that's a good shot. We'll mark it. Always, if you're a new player watching, mark where you shoot an animal. This really helps. The amount of times when you first start out and you don't mark it, right, what happens is you think it's in that area, and if it's a long distance you walk over and it's nowhere near where you thought it was. Do you know what I mean? It's miles away, and then you end up struggling to find it. The tracking can be a bit hard when you first start playing Way the Hunter, but once you get used to it, it's sort of like you just go with your guts and you're normally good. You know what I mean? But making a clean shot in the first place is vitally important and saves a lot of the tracking. So always take your time to try and get the best, cleanest shot. What I have noticed in this middle area, there's a lot of predators. So there's a lot of wolves, bears, Arctic foxes, red foxes, northern lynx. So the middle area is very good, so I'll let you know that now for a good tip. I found some wolverines up the top north end of the map, so I also found some lynx up the top north of the map as well, so we need to explore that more. We'll explore all around the map, shoot all the species, do the missions, objectives. There is those, I've been collecting them. I'm not doing them yet, but we will be doing those as well. What's the weather like where you're at in the world? There's a lot of people, viewers from all different locations around the earth. Let me know what it's like. Here in the UK, we've got a heat wave at the minute. It's been like it for about a week. No rain, and for here, no rain is insane. It rains literally 3/4 of the year here in the UK, where I live in Nottingham. 200 and some days of the year it rains, so when it don't rain it seems odd. But yeah, we've got nothing but a heat wave. 27 degrees right now while I'm filming this, in my shorts, sweating away. But I'm not a big fan of when it gets hot, so when summer's over I'm actually happy. Let me know, do you like the heat? Do you like the summers? Let me know. I'm more of a spring autumn sort of person. Prefer that when it's not too hot but it's still nice. But yeah, summer I'm not a big fan of. But yeah, it's hot in here at the minute doing this. Right, a good little tip if you're a new player, look at the blood, right? And you should have sort of like a point on the end of where the blood goes, and you just follow that in a line. Once you get used to it, it's not so bad. But the key is get a clean shot in the first place, then you won't have to track that long. So there we go, there's our first northern lynx, which I'm really happy to say, and we did it with the Scout 223 Remington. So as you can see, a nice clean shot. That's why I always like to take one clean shot. I feel a bit guilty for the more than one shot, because I think that's what you should be doing. I think you should just be lining up, make that one shot. Are you like that with Way the Hunter? Let me know in the comments. You feel a bit wrong if you take more than one shot. feel like you failed. I do. I honestly feel like I always like to get the precision shots just right, and that's nice. The 223 Remington, I do like this, and it's a perfect gun for Northern Lynx, as you can see. This is a female, so there's not going to be any genetics for it. My aim for today was get one of the new species I actually want to hunt in the first video. I do like to do a long video for the first one of a new map as well. So I just get straight in there. It goes how it goes, and hopefully we get something along the way. As you can see, look, we lost literally no meat, 0.08 kilograms. So 223 for lynx and Arctic fox. Let's have a look at it closer up. The models are always stunning, and as you can see, this is no difference. Look at those paws on it. For a small sort of cat species, it's got big chunky paws. It has got the ear tufts as well. Some people was a little concerned about that at first, because you couldn't really see them. It's quite hard to see on this black sort of background, but they have got the ear tufts, which is one of the main characteristics of a lynx. Now, I don't know if there's any rare fur varieties of this. It says common on it, but they do look really stunning. It's sort of like a pale cream white sort of what would you call that, sort of like mottled face, sort of grey orange eyes. So yeah, it's a stunning character. They've really done the model nice, little short bobtail. But I would like to see some rare fur varieties of this. If there isn't any already, there may be, I don't know. Be interesting to find out. They've not added anything about that in the patch notes, so I don't know if there's any new rares. Would you like new rare fur varieties? I think that would be as big as a map if they just added loads of different fur varieties to lots of different animals. Maybe add in like a true rack system like Lintu Classics got as well for antlers. If you did like rares and that in one massive update, that would be a game changer. Let me know in the comments, would you like that? More rare fur varieties, and would you like a true rack sort of random rack sort of generated system adding to Whaler Hunter? So we had a mission to do with that, but we just collected it. We'll do the mission at another time. So let's just have another look at the Northern Lynx Encyclopedia, because it wasn't fully unlocked, so we might as well just make sure we've checked it all out again. As said, I hunted during the drinking need zone time of 9 till 12. It was sort of like 10, half past when I actually started. Give them enough time to make sure they're at their drinking need zone time. Remember, need zone times or need zones in general, they're not guaranteed to be there every time. So don't just think because there's a need zone there, they're going to definitely be there for any species in Whaler Hunter. That's just how it is. So as you can see, males are slightly larger than females. Highland forests and grasslands, lowland forests, trophy type skull. Trophy rangers we've unlocked now, 490 to 500 for a 5-star Northern Lynx. So we got our first animal at Lintukoto Reserve. The brand new map comes out August the 2nd. Let's go and have a look at the new trophy lodge. See where we can put it. We're going to start gradually upgrading this and adding animals to it. I know it's a female, but we might as well have a look. There might be some new mounts, multi-mounts. I don't know. I've not had a look. So this is the first animal I've gone to put in here. So we'll find out. So what's this? Can we put one here? What can we stick down? So what we want is a Northern Lynx. It looks like we've got quite a few multi-mounts. 2 Northern Lynx hissing at each other. There's 2 different types of that. I don't know why, but there's 2. What's this one? I like that one. That's a cool one, isn't it? Arctic fox, Eurasian badger, and a Northern Lynx. So we'll stick him there. That'll bode well for if we hunt Arctic fox next. Maybe we might find a badger as well, so we could complete that multi-mount and have a look at it when it's done. So what a great hunt today. First hunt at Lintukoto Reserve, the brand new map for Whaler Hunter. What do you think of it? Let me know in the comments. Lots in the update as well, so lots of changes. I'm Tube. We've been at Lintukoto Reserve for the very first time. for Way of the Hunter. It releases on August the 2nd. Let me know what you think about it all in the comments. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.